I mean, it was a little confusing, but I really like watching the videos.
Yeah, I do. I take notes off the videos.
Me
I actually
too.
watch the teacher's video first.
Yep. Because it makes
Then the
everything else, it makes you understand everything else better.
It does. The one thing that I struggled with after I went through all my notes, and I've got like 10 pages of notes,
Yeah.
was type 1 and type 2 errors. So I went back and did extra work on that, so I get it now.
Awesome. All right, are you ready with the quiz? Sorry, what was that?
You had no problems with anything?
I don't think so.
Great. Just opening the applet. Yes.
That is so nice.
The applet?
Yeah.
You know, if we didn't have that, all the calculations we'd have to do.
Yeah. All right.
Well, number 3 is easy.
Yeah, it's the null hypothesis. Yeah. And then number 4, that's the null hypothesis as well, right?
The one that you usually, yeah.
Okay, number 5. That's the where it's the slashed out equal sign, right? Because that's the two-tailed, because you're just trying to prove that it's not equals.
Yes. The two-tailed test. I'm so glad they put it that way. And I was like, okay, what does it mean? On the video, he shows you it's the both ends.
Yeah.
Glad that I watched the videos. I would have been so confused.
So the alternate for the left tail test, that's where it's I can't remember what that thing's called. That's the mean, right? Where the alternate hypothesis is less than 10, right?
Or decreased is left-tailed.
So it's the first one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then the right tail is the second one.
Mm-hmm. Increase. That was an easy rule.
Which one?
Right. There was an easy rule in her video. She had a saying that I remember her, so it helps me do this.
What was her saying? I didn't watch them.
Her saying was, if P is low, then the null has to go. And if P is high, keep the guy. So it makes it easy to remember that.
Yeah. So it's the second one, the p-value is less than theta?
If I fail to reject it, if I have insufficient evidence to reject it, then P is higher than A. Greater than, I guess.
Yeah. So that's the second one though, right?
No, because that says A is greater than p-value. P-value is low, you're rejecting.
I thought if the p-value is higher, then you don't it.
I just told you what she said, but I can find what the guy said too if you want. If P is low, then the null hypothesis has to go. If P is high, you keep it. You can't reject it. Where is it?
No, but the question asks which relationship would result in failing to reject.
You're not rejecting.
So I just read the question wrong. I thought it was which one would reject it.
Failing to reject. And the other one is if you're rejecting, it's the opposite. It's love. He values love. Where is it that he says that? I have it here somewhere.
Yeah, it was it's like the very last question.
Is that what it was on? The end of
the last question where you're supposed to do it on your own.
Yeah.
It's insufficient, and if the p-value is greater than A.
There it is. You're right. That was where he did it. Yeah. If you reject it, you have sufficient evidence to say that null isn't true. If you don't reject it, you have insufficient evidence. I'm going to have to remember that because when they say insufficient, I'm going to have to remember that.
Yeah.
But I like her saying for that because it's easy to remember.
Yeah.
So they're saying there's an increase.
Yeah.
Greater than.
It's greater than.
They said higher. So I like that he points out the keywords to figuring that out.
Yeah.
The null is equal to, yeah?
Equal to, yeah.
Yes, it is a good assumption because the sample size is large. That was easy. Anything over 30. Wherever that was in the last.
Yeah.
Right? Is that what?
Yeah, I think so.
The central limit theorem. Large sample size.
Yep. Dude, we're like cruising through this.
It's not hard. This part was mostly symbols and
yeah.
Like I said, one in type 2 error was the only thing I'm like, okay, what? Say that again.
So the test statistic, that's the X with the line, right?
I want to say yes, but I'm making sure. I forget where we learned about that one because he did all those symbols in like a cone. So they're somewhere around here. Did he use the words test statistic? He did, didn't he? Okay, test statistically significant. That was the little a, right? And n is the sample size. I thought x with the line over it was the sample mean.
Oh, it is a sample mean.
What is the s then? That's the only one left because z is z-score. I can't find it, but I'm pretty sure that's it because I know what the other ones are. So
yeah.
I can't find it, but I know what
statistic. Is that the mean?
The S is not the mean. I have X with the line over it as the sample mean. It's also can it be the test stat too though?
That's what I was just asking. Compute the test statistic. The test is it's on the second video, like around 350.
Okay. Is that where I don't know where that is in relation to my note.
Oh yeah, it's on the steps to hypothesis testing. It's step 2 is compute the test statistic, which is Z. So the test statistic is the Z-score.
Is that what it is?
It says compute the test statistic, and it has that equation, the Z equals everything. And it says determine the p-value based on the test statistic. So it's Z.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
So that threw me off.
Like but is it like the like the calculated test statistic? Should I be adding the word calculated because it's technically like a formula?
Yeah, no, it's Z because it says compute the test statistic. So you're computing the equation which equals Z, which is a test statistic. And it says, and step number 3, it says determine
so you said
based on the test statistic. And that's where you put it into the applet.
That's what I'm wondering, if it's like, should I say the word calculated so I can differentiate that, I guess, is what I'm thinking. For me.
Oh, like just in your notes?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'm saying Z-score, and even though it is technically the Z-score, but still.
It's also called the test statistic now. I guess maybe it's when you're doing hypotheses, it's test statistics.
It would be Z.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, I need my calculator. I can't do that. I wish my head worked that well, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
I need my pen.
Simple random equals 36.
Oh, pen! Okay.
So it's 144 minus the 150 over the standard deviation of 40 over the square root of 36, right?
You said 46? Is that what it says?
No, it's 144 minus the 150.
36. I had the wrong number.
By the square root of 36.
Divided by. Did you get a negative number?
Just 1 second.
I'm gonna do it again just because I'm paranoid.
Yeah, I got negative 0.9.
Ooh, that's way different than mine. So I did 144 minus 150. That's negative 6 up top.
Yeah, and then I did 40 divided by 36, and I got a 6.6667.
You square rooted it, right? The square root of 36, so it's 40 divided by 6. Is that right? Did I do that right?
Yeah, so it's 6.6667. And then if you do the negative 6 divided by 6.6667, I got negative 0.9.
Okay. 6.
Yeah, it's the more 6s you do, the more it gets to the negative 9. But I just did copy and paste from my history on my calculator.
I have a different number than you. Hold on. Divided by.
What
number?
number?
Did you say? You got negative 9 or negative 0.9?
Negative 0.9.
Oh my gosh, I thought you said negative 9. I'm like, how am I doing? Okay. We got the same answer. Do we need 3 X's? Do I wait? I have to say 0.900, right? Because they all round up.
Yeah. So it's 0.900, and you put that in the applet, and then you get the, hold on, what is it? The z-score associated with this test. Yeah.
Decreased, so it's left side.
And you get 0.1841.
Yeah, 184. Do we only have to do 3?
Yeah, only 3 decimal points.
So yeah, 184.
Oh, and what did it say originally? The level of significance is 0.05.
So it's greater than. It proves the alternate.
Wait, I thought the alternate was then it wants it to be lower.
So it is fail to reject, right?
Hold on one second. Yeah, because the store manager suspects that the average has decreased.
But it's not smaller. So we fail to reject.
Oh, yes, it is. It is smaller. Oh, 0.05.
Yeah.
So it got a lot higher.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's the fail to reject the null hypothesis, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
It goes back to that saying wherever I have it.
Yeah,
that original. It's low, but it's not. It's higher. So we.
So it's the we have insufficient evidence that the true population mean is less than 150.
Yeah.
So the third one, and then 19. That's type 2, right?
Hold on. What was again? What was the mean? He was
Rejecting the null, and the null is truth. Yeah, that's type 1.
it.
What was that?
Getting my types in a row. Okay. So that says it's 150. The HA is that it's less than 150. And we proved that it's more than 150, which makes the hypothesis true, doesn't it? Technically. But it says there's an error. Huh.
No, because it says the store manager suspects that the average has decreased. But
yeah, the alternatives decrease, but it's not proven true. Is that type 1 then?
No, wait, 19 is it's its own question. Like it doesn't have anything to do with those other questions. So it's just saying which type involves rejecting a null hypothesis when the null hypothesis is true. So like in the video, he had mentioned when you reject it, but it's true, it's a type 1 error. But if you don't reject it and it's true, it's a type 2 error.
And it's true, it's type 1? So
yeah,
this is type 1?
Yeah.
Oh, Jen, I'm still struggling with those. I took notes. They're everywhere, though.
Yeah, I remember the guilty and the not guilty. Because if you're guilty and in reality you're innocent, it's a type 1 error. But if you're not guilty, if you're the verdict is you're not guilty, but you really are. It's a type 2.
Okay.
I don't know why that makes me remember.
Hey, whatever works, right?
Yep. Researcher just happens to be here.
I thought it was still within normal if it's 0.01. What does that mean when the level of significance decreases? All I have for that is that it's normal. As long as it's not 0.
Because it makes it, it would make the alternate one harder to prove because you'd have to get a closer z-score.
Because it's so small?
Yeah.
So does the probability that the hypothesis is true decrease then? Is that the right one?
I don't know. Hold on a second. Let me look through my notes.
Just like me. Oh yeah, there's that guilty, not guilty thing. There we go. That's too far. Where is it where he talks about level of significance? Samples? Because I know when one possibility goes up, the other goes down. But I don't know if that has anything to do with the level of significance. I thought that was just between type 1 and type 2.
Yeah. Oh, it's the probability of a type 1 error. Type 1 error is the level of significance. Type 1 is the level of significance. So the level of significance went down.
So that means type 2 will increase, right?
I think so.
Type 1 goes down. Try that. We'll just try that. And if we'll come back into the other one if we get it wrong.
Compute the probability of committing a type 1 error.
Based on
How do you
what?
do that?
Good question. P-value is compared to level of significance, but how do I find the p-value when I only have that? Is it basically, oh, because A is equal to type 1 error. It was a trick question. 0.05, isn't it? It is, isn't it? Want me to submit?
Sure.
Submit quiz. Please don't get anything wrong. Please don't get anything wrong. I took all these. Okay, what was the one we were asking? Z-score is wrong, and yet the p-value is right. What?
Wait, which one did we get wrong?
Hold on. Because the p-value was negative, and I forgot to put the minus sign. That was me.
The Z-score one?
Yes, the number 15. I forgot to put the negative sign. If you can believe that. Okay.
Was anything else wrong?
We got it right. Probability of type 2 will increase. And 0.05 is correct. So basically you should get
so number 15 was the only one that we missed?
15 was negative 0.900. I forgot to put the negative in front of it.
Yeah, but everything else was right?
Right.
Okay. I'll submit it and make sure that the negative was...
So yeah, 20 and 21 are right. Because yeah, type 1 error, it says like right there.
Yep. So yeah, it was just a negative.
So I need to put the negative in now. That was easy.
Yeah, that was a lot easier than I was anticipating.
I'm so happy.
Right? All right, is it going to let you submit it, or do you need to redo all the questions?
Sorry? What?
Do you want me to like redo the answers that we got, or is it letting you just do the negative?
I don't have to write it all down. I was writing it all down. All of the answers, when I retake it, irritates me that I forgot the negative. I can't believe it did that. Hello.
No, you don't have to do that. Like, I can just go through it with you since we got all the right answers, like, together. I can just tell you so you don't have to write them down.
Some of them I remember.
What was that?
Some of them I remember. I'm just doing them because they were easy.
Yeah. Just let me know if you have a question. I can...
Left-tailed means it is less than, right?
On which one?
On 6, it's less than, right? The mean is less than 10?
Yeah, it's the first one.
Okay. And the second one?
Is the second one.
Failing to reject means the p-value is greater than a.
Yep.
Rejecting means it's less than a.
Yep.
What was 10?
Average amount is greater than 1,500.
That's right. It's higher.
Mm-hmm.
Is equal to an 11.
Yep.
12 was the first one. Sample size is large.
Yep.
Z, and we got it right.
Yep. Negative 0.900.
Not believe I forgot the negative sign of all the stupid crap. Sorry. What were the other ones?
Negative 0.900, and then 16 was 0.184.
And then fail to reject, right?
Yes.
And then insufficient evidence that it's less than.
Yep.
We chose type 1 for 19.
Yep.
We chose type 2 will increase.
Yep.
5. I still can't believe I forgot that negative and had to do this again. Now it's all right.
Yeah.
That's a lot better. I want my 100, okay? Well, that was easy breezy.
Yeah.
I used to take notes and watch those videos. Big time.
Oh, yeah.
I understand it way better that way.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm going to stop